as Native American journalists gathered in Fort Lauderdale to network and learn, an undercurrent of anger and injustice also pervades this annual conference.
That would be like me saying, well, let's use Geronimo Schmitz as the military term. Let's call that would be the code name for Osama bin Laden. And it's just a name. And you would say, wait a minute, that's my name. I am an American, I'm loyal, I'm patriotic, I'm not a terrorist. Why would you use my name? Oh, we didn't know that you existed. We just picked that name out of the air.
At a time of closure for Americans, as President Obama announced the killing of Osama bin Laden, there's also outrage and anger in Indian country. The code name given to the military operation to take out bin Laden? Geronimo. The name used by the military and the president for Osama bin Laden? Geronimo.
With Geronimo, he was defending his homeland. He, to us, is our hero, is Native Americans' heroes.
Like George Washington or something, right?
For the Americans, yeah, for George Washington.
Geronimo, the great Apache warrior, equated with the terrorist leader, a man synonymous with the death of innocents.
I can report to the American people and to the world that the United States has conducted an operation that killed Osama bin Laden, the leader of al-Qaeda.
Many Native Americans are scratching their heads and demanding an apology.
The President of the United States represents the highest level of government in this country. And if the highest level of government says that it's unacceptable, and I apologize on behalf of this country and my administration, that will mean something to Indian country and to tribal leaders.
Another insult specifically confronts Seminoles, being compared to al-Qaeda terrorists. Seeking legal cover to keep al-Qaeda prisoners at Guantanamo in Cuba, an Obama lawyer looked back in history, arguing not only was the Seminole belligerency unlawful, but much like modern-day al-Qaeda, the very way in which Seminoles waged war against the U.S. targets itself violates the customs and usages of war.
We could easily turn this around because as Indian people, we were the first people here. And when, the Europeans came, we could have easily said, well, they were terrorists too.
Comparing Seminoles to al-Qaeda is part of a modern legal argument dating back to 1818. Former Seminole tribal chairman Mitchell Cypress protested to President Obama. The Seminole tribe is concerned and dismayed by the military prosecutors' backward dive into racist, revisionist history, going on to write, there are 24,000 Native Americans currently serving our country, and another 383,000 veterans who take great exception to the comparison of Seminoles to al-Qaeda terrorists. This Native American reporter speaks for many, feeling let down by the president.
He was a black president. He was a person of color. So there was a lot of expectation that with him in the White House, a lot of the voices of color would finally be heard, that their issues would finally be taken seriously.
As Native journalists meet, their history and its use by President Obama and others is being scrutinized with hopes for new conversations about ancient wounds and battles. In Fort Lauderdale, for the Seminole Channel, Benno Schmidt.